What's good, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Couple of recent pickups that I wanted to showcase in this video. They are both from Adidas, so I thought I'd just put them in one video. And my reaction to both of these was kind of similar. I was surprised. Neither of these were what I expected. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to first start off with this collab, and you can probably already recognize what this is just by looking at the box. This is the latest pair from Bape and Adidas, and these two have definitely collabed in the past. Maybe the most hyped one was that Superstar in the camo green, but they've also done an Ultra Boost a couple of times, the NMDs, but this pair right here is the Superstar Vintage, and in my opinion, it's probably their best collab yet. The retail price on this pair was $160 or 160 euros. Let's start off with the box here. So you get the familiar Adidas colors, but of course you can see that Bape camo print all over the box, and it's a much better quality box than usual. It doesn't feel like some flimsy cardboard. You got the Bape logos as well on the sides. And getting into the shoes. Now, the reason that I said I was surprised when I got these shoes was because, to be honest, I haven't really been a huge fan of all of the previous Bape and Adidas pairs. They were a bit too loud and sometimes a bit too cartoonish in my opinion. So I was surprised to see Bape go for more of a classic colorway this time. And I'm even more surprised by how good these look in hand. They look awesome. The materials are great, and I love that it's a classic looking shoe with a twist. Well, actually several twists, but my favorite is how they integrated the Bape camo print. Well, they debossed the print into the leather upper and also on the tongue, which gives the shoe a bit of added texture and just makes the entire upper a lot more interesting. They also did that recently on the Stan Smiths, which was released as part of their 30th anniversary. Additionally, because this is a Superstar Vintage model, you don't get any Adidas branding on the heel. Instead, you just get this classic patent leather heel tab. You also get the classic Bape star logos on this one, and they've done it in a really cool way. So whether someone is looking at these shoes from the left or the right side, it's gonna look like two completely different shoes. Because on the right pair, you have the Bape star logo on the lateral side and the Adidas 3 stripes on the medial, and it's the exact opposite on the left pair. So if I'm standing like this, it looks like I got some Bape studs on, but if I'm standing like this, it looks like I just have a pair of classic Superstars, and I think that looks really dope. Some additional details that I like on this shoe, we got the gold lettering where it says a bathing ape on the lateral side, and also you have that gold ape logo near the heel of the shoe. You also have these lace doubrets, which feature both the Adidas Trefoil logo and the Bape logo. I also just really like this model, the vintage Adidas Superstars. The cream color on the shell toe as well as on the midsole just give the shoe a very classic look. This wasn't the only colorway that dropped. Actually, there was also this blue and white colorway, which I know a lot of you guys picked up as well. And also a big fan of the materials used on this. Definitely the leather quality on this pair of Superstars is a lot nicer than a regular pair of Superstars. And for sizing on this model, so with the Adidas Superstar, I typically like to go a half size down. So that's the size I went with here, went with a 10.5. And although they are a bit snug, I would say that they're still the right size for me. And I would describe my feet as being slightly on the wide side, not exactly wide feet. And to give you a frame of reference compared to some other Adidas models, so in the Adidas Samba, I go up half a size to an 11.5. And on the Handball Special, I go with a half size down. And that's also the same size I wear in the Gazelles. I find that when I go true to size in the Superstars, I have way too much heel slippage. So I definitely suggest going a half size down, and if you find these shoes to be a bit too tight, maybe try removing the insole. But for me, they fit pretty good. I'm actually pretty excited to get this pair in the collection just in time for summer, because I already know a pair like this is gonna just really pop in the summertime. I can picture wearing this with some denim shorts, for example. Some light blue shorts are just gonna look fire with these. Next, I got two pairs to talk about. They're both the same shoe, they're just two different colorways. And it's a collab with one of the best, if not the best collaborator with Adidas over the last several years, and that is of course Puerto Rican artist Bad Bunny. And this time it's on a brand new model. This is the Adidas Ballerina. It first actually dropped in this gold colorway a couple weeks back, but more recently we saw these two drop. This is the cloud white colorway, and then you have this black pair. And the retail price on these is not bad. They retail for just just $120 or 120 euros, which I think makes this the cheapest Bad Bunny collab so far. And as of the time of me making this video, they are available in both colorways in a full size run on the Adidas website. And once again, I will leave a link to that in the description of this video. And this is the box. So we've seen the same Bad Bunny and Adidas box now on quite a few collabs. It says Adidas para Bad Bunny, and you got this perforated Adidas logo as well on the side. And additionally, it comes with this plastic bag. I think I would have preferred if they gave us like a proper dust bag, but I guess it's better than nothing. And this model, the ballerinas, they're actually based on another Adidas model that is the Taekwondo May, but they have modified these quite a bit. You first get these suede overlays on the toe box, which the regular versions don't have. And they've also added these bungee style laces to the model. The regular ones actually are just slip-on shoes. They don't even have laces. But to be honest, when you wear these shoes, you realize that they don't really need these laces. They're kind of pointless. The shoes are already very snug. And the sole on these shoes are really different. Have a look at that. There is a front part and a back part, and they're just joined together by this narrow strip. It's kind of a weird design. It's not really something I feel on feet. And it's also very different how this upper, which by the way is made out of nylon, and that could explain why the shoe is a bit cheaper than some of the other Adidas models, because nylon is not really a premium material. The nylon on this upper goes all the way around the midsole and it's exposed at the bottom, which I don't really get. I'm not really a fan of, because you already know it's gonna get very, very dirty down there very, very fast. Along the three stripes, you have that Benito detail, which is done in metallic gold. And additionally on the midsole, it's embossed there as well, Adidas para Bad Bunny. You also interestingly get the size label of the shoe on the heel, which we have seen now on a lot of other Bad Bunny collabs. But now let's talk about sizing. I have never worn these shoes before, so I didn't know what size to get. I actually got one of them at a half size up and one in my true size. And let me just say, I'm not happy with the fit on either of them. Half size up is definitely the wrong fit because there's just way too much room in the toe area. So you can for sure rule that one out. And then in my true size, it is very, very restrictive. Like I almost felt like there was no blood circulation going to my feet. It is a very snug fitting shoe, and after just wearing them for like 5 or 10 minutes, I felt this desire to just want to take them off. They have this very restrictive feeling on my feet, and I'm not sure if it'll maybe stretch out a bit over time, but needless to say, I did not really enjoy wearing these. True to size definitely fit a bit better than going a half size up. There was a lot less room in the toe area, but like I said, from a width perspective, I found them to be a bit too tight, and I definitely wouldn't want to go half a size down in these, because then I can't even imagine how much tighter that will feel. So to keep it 100, I don't think there's any good sizing option on the shoe. So if you get a chance, then definitely try these shoes out in the store and see what fits you best. I tried a couple sizes and neither of them fit me well. Now I gotta keep it real with you guys. I'm not a huge fan of the shape of the shoe. It's just a bit too flat for me and looks a bit funny on feet. To me, when having these on feet, it gives me the impression that I'm wearing socks. It reminds me a bit of those Yeezy knit runners, which I wasn't a fan of either. I also think the toe box is shaped really weird, like it's a bit too long. When I had these on feet, it's just not very visually appealing to me. Of the two colorways, if I had to pick one, I definitely like this black one better. But with that being said, I don't like the fit on these. I don't like how these look. These are just not good. And this is coming from a huge Bad Bunny fan, guys. I still can't stop listening to his last album. Good album, bad shoes though. I am very happy about the Bapes though. This is a very well executed pair. Do let me know in the comments, what did you guys think about either of these shoes? And if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel, because I'm dropping content like this every single week. And the best place to contact me is Instagram. That's where I'm dropping content daily, and I respond to all of you guys who give me a DM. Thank you so much once again for supporting this channel and for clicking on this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.